Welcome everyone to the Fight Against Mediocrity YouTube channel. My name's Kevin Kartchner. So today what we're going to talk about is something that has a lot of controversy around it, the work-life balance. Is there one? Is there not one? If there is one, how do you do it? If there's not one, well, then why is it such a big buzzword? This channel is dedicated to people who have a business or in sales, looking to grow and looking to overcome problems so that they can make an impact on the world. And my goal is to be a beacon of hope for you on that journey. So I'm going to share with you how to actually have a work-life balance, but more so than how to, like the mindset around a proper work-life balance. Stick around because the last thing that I'm going to share with you has made the biggest impact for me. Very first thing I want to talk about as far as work-life balance is what does that look like for you? And then you can create that balance instead of letting that balance create you. Important thing to understand with work-life balance, your life is just, you're juggling all these different balls. And work is a rubber ball. Like if you're juggling and you drop your work ball, it's gonna drop, bounce back up, and you're just gonna keep juggling. But you're also juggling glass balls, which are family, health, relationships. And as you're juggling, if you drop your family, the ball that's your family or your health, and it breaks, it's very, very difficult to repair. Sometimes nearly impossible. That's the mistake that most people make, is they get so obsessed with the game, the career that they're juggling, and they're like, I can't drop my work one, and then everything else falls and breaks. The top 10 wealthiest people, I talk about it in my book, The Fight Against Mediocrity, 7 of them are divorced. Now, why they got divorced, was it necessary, whatever, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, how can you justify that much success if you dropped your family ball on the ground and it broke? So that's the first thing. Number 2 is a lesson that I learned from Ryan Pineda. I went golfing with him. I paid $5,000, or it was like $5,000 or $6,000 to go golfing with him in Las Vegas. I'm in Utah, so I went down there and golfed with him for a day. The one reason that I wanted to go golf with him so bad is to learn about his work-life balance because he claims that he only works 30 hours a week. Talks about it all the time. I only work 30 hours a week. And he makes, I think he does like $15 to $20 million a year in his business. And these are the lessons that I learned from him. Number 1, he says he leaves at 5 o'clock. 5 to 5:15 is what he says. He leaves then. And he says, if I leave and I have so much left to do that I didn't get done, that means I'm a bad leader and I should be delegating more. Very interesting. That's one thing he said. He also talked about, and I talk about this in my book, The Fight Against Mediocrity, Parkinson's Law and Horseman's Corollary. And Parkinson's Law states that work expands to fit the time allotted. And that's basically like if you give yourself 4 hours to clean your house, it's going to take 4 hours. But if you have guests coming over in 30 minutes for dinner, you're going to clean your house in 30 minutes. So work expands to that time. And the Horseman's Corollary is just that. It's similar to Parkinson's Law, but work contracts to the time allotted. So if I go to the gym in the morning at 4 a.m. and I don't have to be home till 6, I'll work out 2 hours. And I don't feel like I necessarily get a better workout because I work out longer. I feel like I'm just a little bit slower. But when I go to the gym during lunch per se, and I have, meetings before and after, I hurry, I get ready, I go to the gym, I have 45 minutes to crush it. I work out really hard and I come home. I feel like that 45 minutes was more productive because I knew I had to fit it into 45 minutes. And that's what Ryan is saying is he works from 10 to 5 every day. He says, those are the lines. It's like playing soccer or football or basketball. And there's the referee, if the ball goes out, he blows his whistle, the ball's out. It's to the other team, right? And says, those are my lines, those are my guidelines, those are my boundaries. And those are the hours I work. So I know that I have to go hard during those hours. I don't go to the water cooler. I don't go chit chat with people. Like I work. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not mad about it, but just truthfully, I did not see my dad a lot growing up. He started several different businesses. He has a very successful home building company. It's 26 years old, one of the top 1% in the nation as far as profitability. Very, very successful, but I didn't see him a lot growing up because he's working so much. Even to this day, works so much. And I wish he didn't. I wish I was able to spend more time with him. I wish I had a better relationship with him. But he works and works and works and works. On the flip side, I set my guideline. I actually give myself an hour in the morning for family time, but between 5 and 6, I'm always done working. Sometimes I'll have a call at 5, so I get done at 6. So I have an hour in the morning where I spend with Stanford and my wife, and then I'm always done between 5 and 6. And that's been incredible for me. And I'm not gonna lie, it can be tough to turn off the work switch and turn on the family switch. But here's what's important is, and I realized this, it took me a while to realize this. At 5:30 when I'm done with work and I look at my desk and my computer, I'm like, man, there's still so much that needs to be done. Like so much. I think two things. I think, well, there's always gonna be a ton of stuff to do. There's never not gonna be stuff to do. If there's not stuff to do, then my business is gonna die. So there's always gonna be more to do. It's just, I create the rules for the game. Do I have to get it done today or can I wait till tomorrow? There's always gonna be more to do. Always. This is tough to hear. Remember that next time you neglect your family or your health? Think, there's always gonna be more work to do, but you can't replace your body, and it's difficult to replace your family. It's not a fun thing to do. That kind of goes into what I was gonna say next is you set the rules. Like Ryan Pineda said, he works from 10 to 5, he set the rules. If you work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., that's a rule you set for your life. And if you're like, well, the company I work for forces me to work those hours, else I get fired. Okay, well, as Jim Rohn says, you're not a tree. You can leave. You don't have to be there. You set the standards for your life. I hope this video was helpful. These are things that have been on my mind and I've been learning about for years and years and years now. So hopefully those insights gave you some hope into your work-life balance. I'd love to hear what your top takeaway was and also what you do for your work-life balance. Do you believe in it or do you not? If you want more videos like this for growing your business and increasing your revenue and also making a bigger impact on the world, we're going to be sharing more videos like this. So make sure you follow and subscribe. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you on the next video.
I'ma get it, you know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here.